Hi, welcome to my channel. As always, it is nice to have you. On this channel, we'll talk about all the fun stuff, and sometimes we talk about the not so fun stuff, all to keep ourselves in check. Today, we're talking about first dates. The method of going out with someone for the very first time is so exciting. You don't know this person, you don't know what they're like, you don't know if you will like their personality, and you don't even know if they will like your own personality. All these thoughts will naturally make you nervous, but don't worry, that's why I am here. Today I will be sharing with you 5 things not to do on a first date. So, on a first date, there are no guarantees. You're not sure if that date will lead to many other dates or if it will be the last. But whatever the case, you don't want to be the reason why your first date did not go through successfully. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe, turn on the notification so that you will be one of the first people to get to see my latest videos. Let's get into it right away. Number 1, don't get too personal. I know that this is contradicting to the idea of a first date, which is getting to know each other, getting acquainted with this person. You want to know so much about them so that you can tell the kind of person that they are. But here is the thing, okay? You need to calm down. This is just a first date. There's no guarantee that you will have more dates with this person. What if at the end of the day, you guys did not end up together? What's going to happen? This person is going to walk away with all the personal information you have shared with them. Will you feel comfortable knowing that such personal information is with this person? Will you feel comfortable with that? If you won't, so you need to play it safe now. Don't say stuff that are not necessary. Before you say anything, ask yourself, is this relevant? Does this contribute to this conversation positively? If it doesn't, you're better off keeping your mouth shut. Divulging so much information has the tendency to make you vulnerable, and vulnerability can be likened to neediness, especially as you're trying to get to know this person and this person is trying to get to know you. You don't want them to think that you're needy. You don't want them to think that you're clingy. No. So before you say anything, ask yourself if it is truly necessary, and if it isn't, you're better off keeping your mouth shut. All right? If you feel the urge to say something and you don't know how to control it, how about you drink some water? That should help in calming your nerves. Number 2, don't be rude to the waiter or any staff for that matter. For some weird reason, some people think that acting all bossy and nasty to the waiter makes them look confident. Newsflash, there's nothing confident about being nasty. There's nothing confident about being bossy. The fact that the waiter is attending to you doesn't give you the right to talk down on them. It doesn't give you the right to treat them like trash. No, you need to treat people with respect, regardless of who they are or what they are. You don't treat people anyhow you feel just because you feel that you're better off than them. I know that it's your date and your attention is focused on the person you're with, but guess what? It's not just about the person. Your date is also paying attention to you and how you relate with the people around you. So if you're all nasty and bossy to the waiter, you're indirectly telling your date that you are a nasty person. You're indirectly telling them that if you don't stand to gain anything from someone, you will be rude to them. And nobody wants to be with a rude person. Nobody wants to be with a nasty individual who is so full of themselves, who feels that they can talk down on people just because they feel that they're better off than them. So, if you want to really make a lasting impression on your date, you need to drop the attitude. Be nice. You don't even have to fake being nice. What happens to you actually being a nice person? Act nice because you're actually nice, not because you're putting up an act. Alright? So if you're friendly with the waiter, friendly with the people around, you are indirectly telling your date that you are a friendly person. And trust me, being friendly is very attractive. It tells them that they are safe with you. It tells them that they don't have anything to worry about when it comes to interpersonal relationships. People respect people who have respect for others, and they naturally detest people who are disrespectful to other people, especially if they feel that they are better off than them. Number 3, don't talk about your ex. Exes are a part of our history. They will always be there. We cannot talk about ourselves or the story of our lives without mentioning them, because at some point we shared our lives with them. But here's the thing. You need to know when to talk about your ex and when not to talk about them. Okay? You can't afford to bring your ex to the picture at every given opportunity, especially when you're on a date. Come on, who does that? If you're on a date with this person, it means that you want to move on. You want to leave the past behind, exactly where it should be. You have no reason whatsoever to start talking about your ex on a date. It's a big turn off, like a total turn off. If you're talking about your ex, you might be doing that in 2 ways, okay? You could be talking about your ex in a bad light or in a good light. Now, you might think that talking about your ex in a bad light is a good thing, but guess what? It is not. If you're talking about your ex badly, it means that you haven't gotten over them. Because if you had, you wouldn't be talking about them while you're seated with someone else looking to take your life forward. If your ex weren't so important, you wouldn't have to bring them up in a conversation with someone whom you're looking to have a relationship with. It doesn't add up. Talking badly about your ex is only going to put your date in a very awkward situation. You know why? While both of you were dating, your date wasn't there. So why are you bringing your date into the picture? It is very awkward. And you're creating the impression that if both of you don't end up together or you part ways tomorrow, you are going to be talking badly about your date to someone else. So it says a lot about the kind of person that you are. And even if you're speaking highly of your ex, it is still not good. You know why? You are indirectly setting a standard for your date. You're saying, you know what, if I have to be with you, you have to be like this person or that person. You have to behave this way or that way. And nobody likes that. You're making unnecessary comparison, and it's not cool at all. Your date wants to be themselves. They want to be original. They don't want to be like someone else. Besides, if your ex were that cool, why aren't you with that? Yeah, why don't you just go back to your ex? If you're going to sit there and talk about your ex all day to someone you're supposed to be making plans about the future with. Now, if accidentally the subject of your ex comes up, here's what you need to do. Address it as shortly as possible and keep the conversation going. You know why? You didn't come all the way to talk about your ex. No, you came all the way to find yourself a date, to start a relationship, to move forward. This is not the time to be talking about an ex that is probably having the best time of your life. And you're here talking about them. No, don't do that, okay? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Number 4, don't come on too strong. Now, this can be tricky, especially if you like the person. You want to let them know that you're interested, but you don't want to be too forward about it. When you're too forward, you will put them off. You will overwhelm them. Coming on too strong can be misinterpreted as you being desperate. And there's nothing attractive about being desperate. Think of it as a gift box. There's excitement in unwrapping the gift to find out what is inside. Now, if you're too bare and say, oh yes, I like you, I want to date you, that can be creepy. It can. So you need to take it slow, okay? Go with the flow. Don't be in a hurry. If you guys are meant to be together, trust me, it will happen. You're not going to make it happen by jumping the gun. If you come across as too strong right now, if you're desperate, that person could want to take advantage of you because they know that you like them so much and you would do anything just to be with them. You want to let them know that you like them, but at the same time, you want to let them know that you are not desperate. Smile when they talk, laugh at their jokes, but still keep your calm. Alright? You don't want to be the one chasing your date. Let it be mutual. Let the feeling be mutual. If you're feeling them, you want to make sure that they are feeling you too. The excitement increases when there's a little bit of mystery, when they don't know what to expect, when they're still guessing. Does this person like me? Oh yes, I think this person likes me, but I'm not so sure because this person is not acting this way. That's how it should be. If the writing is so obvious, it kills the excitement. Alright? So you need to calm down and not be so obvious about how you feel. It's just the first date. There'll be other dates for you to express yourself as much as you want. Number 5, don't refuse to pay your way. In other words, don't be a freeloader. It's the 21st century, come on. It doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman. It is common practice to go Dutch on a first date. When it's time to pay the bills, reach for your wallet. To do what? To pay your own part of the bills. That's how it works, okay? You don't want to give your dates the impression that you are a liability. That is a huge turnoff, okay? Nobody wants to be with someone who cannot hold their own when it's time to take up financial responsibility. You don't want to be that guy or that girl who sits back and waits on someone else to pay the bills, especially on a first date. If you do that, I can assure you that you might not get a second date. You know why? Nobody wants to be taking up the bills all the time. Alright? We live in a modern society. Everybody needs to step up in taking up the bills, okay? This is not the time to act like, oh, I'm a woman, I don't have to pay the bills. No, women are paying their own bills. So many women are doing that. So if you're a woman, you should be proud and ever ready to pay your own part of the bill on a first date. And if you're a man, come on. Don't even do that. Don't expect a woman to pay all the bills for you while you sit there doing nothing. Nobody wants to be with a man like that. No, it's a total turn off. Okay, you should be proud to pay. Well, if you want to pay and your date says, you know what, don't worry, I got this, then it's okay. At least you tried. It's not like you were just sitting there doing nothing. Okay, you don't want to be a liability. All right, so don't forget to leave the house with some money. You have to be prepared. Your wallet or your purse should be well loaded so that you can take up your own part of the bills on the date. That brings us to the end of the video. Those are the 5 things not to do on a first date. Remember, a first date is all about making lasting impressions. Put your best foot forward, okay? Be the best that you can be. Think of it as the only opportunity that you have to make an impression on that person. So if you go all out, if you give it your best, chances are that you will come out victorious. And if for any reason you don't get a second date, you will be happy knowing that you gave it your all. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I wonder what you're waiting for, because I will be making more of this kind of videos for you. Turn on the notification and you will be one of the first people to get to know whenever I upload a new video.